Hi guys. So a lot of you have recently come to me asking for whether you should do a C1 or a B1 or a B2 level of German language. And I have tried to put together in a structured way what will help you to decide whether you want to go for a higher C1, C2 kind of a German level or a B1, B2 kind of a German level. So there are a couple of things. You have to look at language versus your grades and your background. So let's say you come from an IIT or you come from a tech background, IT background, or maybe you have a 9-pointer. So on the horizontal axis, what you see is the grades, the background. So the better your background is in India, for example, you are from an IIT, you have a tech background, you have background in artificial intelligence, you have background in machine learning and so on. And on top of that, you have really good grades. Then obviously you don't need a higher level of German. You can still survive on a B1 level German. However, if you're coming from, let's say, a marketing background, a sales background, or from economics, medical, if you look at the top left box, right, on this pink strip on the top left box, so then you need a much higher level of German. So if you are coming from these specialized fields like medical, if you want to become an MBBS doctor in Germany, then obviously you have to learn C1. There is no way around it. Therefore, it is important to first understand what is your background, and then after that you should decide whether you should go for a B1, B2 or C1. There's one very important thing, which is that when you were going from your +2, your class K to 12, so +2 for your bachelor's in Germany, and let's say you have done your 12th in Middle East or you have done it in India, there is a special category if you have done C1 level German. A lot of people don't know this, but this is very important that you know that if you have completed after your +2 your C1 certification, let's say from Goethe or somebody else, and you can produce that, then you have a huge advantage in getting your admission. There is a special category in German universities for admission if you have already completed C1. And completing C1 is not a very difficult thing. A lot of people in China who come to Germany that complete it in 6 months, 1 year. There are a lot of intensive courses in, for example, Hamburg, Berlin, all these cities where you can do it in 24 months. 24 weeks. And in India also, I think you can aim for, if you're in a big city, like if you're in Delhi or Mumbai, in these big cities, there are a lot of German coaching centers, right? So you should definitely target to complete B1, B2, C1 if your background is not from pure tech or from, let's say, engineering. Then if you're going to all these softer, let's say, areas like economics, medical, medical is not soft, but it is very specific, right? You cannot operate or you cannot talk to your patients if you're not knowing proper German. Marketing, sales, economics, even management, I would say B2 is needed. So you have to think about these two things. On the horizontal axis, what is your grades, what is your background, is it high, medium or low? On the vertical axis, your language requirement, is it high, medium or low? Then try and plot yourself where you are today and where you want to go tomorrow. So this is a small structure, because I keep saying in a lot of my videos that German is not important, but that is only for people who are from tech background, AI background, ML background, all these kinds of backgrounds. If you are in creative, customer facing, all these backgrounds, then you have to preferably learn C1 German. That will also help in your job opportunities after you complete your bachelor's or your master's. So this is a very important 3x3 metrics which you can use, and you can just plot yourself where you are and where you want to go. So this was a short video I've put in after a long time, because there were a lot of calls which I was getting my way, whether we should do B1 or we should do B2 or C1 and so on. And there is another thing, which is, this is the final thought and an important one. A1 and A2 is not important at all. I think most of you should just try and get a B1 certification directly. Obviously, you have to study for A1, A2, and then only you can get to the B1. But B1 is not that complicated. If you spend properly 3 months, you can finish knowing zero German to getting a B1 certificate within 3 months. That is easily possible if you dedicate yourself. All right, guys. So that was it for today. And if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments, and have a good weekend.